Hey everyone. I know it's been a while since I put a video out there, but it's April. I got the boat out of the storage spot and in the garage, and I got a few new things I'm going to add to it. So just kind of wanted to go over them and show them to everyone and get them together and put them on the boat. So yeah, um, I've been looking into a lot of the Scotty products. Obviously, I have a lot of the bases here for like the rod holders, and a lot of the accessories can get mounted into these. At the moment, I have 6 of these around my boat. I've got a little 14-foot Miracraft tiller, so there's not a whole lot of space for things, and the options that the Scotty comes with and that you can get for these mounts and a whole bunch of other stuff is kind of interesting to me. So I've been starting to utilize them. So yeah, here's what I got, and I'll start going through it. The main piece I got, we'll start off with this one. And that is the Scotty bait board. This is going to be a main thing for working with any of my baits and stuff on the boat. I can also attach certain attachments on top of this, which we'll go through some of those here as we get going. But this is kind of the main new piece that is going to be the base to the rest of the stuff that I got. So I thought it was going to come with the mount to be able to mount that into the rod holder. I was wrong. So I'll need to get that too. But I'll still go through and open up the rest of the stuff, and we can I'll show you how I plan on putting that on this bait board. And what'll be nice is it'll allow me to move this around the boat as needed, or where works best for the situation that I'm out on the water for. Hey, you want to say hi? Say hi, right there. Ah. All right, Nala decided to join me because she didn't like me talking to myself all by myself out here. So she'll be joining me a lot on the boat when we go out fishing. We did last year, and she seemed to enjoy it pretty good. For the most part, just laid down and slept. So, hi. Can I keep going? Can I show them what else we got? Yeah? All right. Ready? So, I'll kind of pull out the stuff that I got to go onto the bait board, and then I'll kind of arrange it on the bait board how I'm planning on using it, and show you guys what it all looks like. So, obviously, one of the things I wanted to get is a good option for mounting the camera. So I got the camera mount. There's a few different options for mounting it. It does have a mount that can go directly into one of the rod holders, and then there's also a mount. Hi, thank you. There's also a mount that can get screwed right onto the bait board. So that's how I will start off with it. Another thing I got was the phone holder. That way I have a good secure spot for my phone to go, and I can have it easily accessible without it sitting in a pocket and pulling it in and out and running the risk of flopping it overboard or smacking it down on the deck or whatever. And so that's got a few options as well, with one of those being rod holder mount, just like this. And a way to add that onto the bait board is with a gearhead track adapter. So I've got this so that I can put that on the bait board, and then anything that has that rod holder mount can get put into this. And one of those things is that phone holder. There's also other options. There's cup holders and stuff like that. So this leaves some options for a few different things. The last thing I got, which is just something I needed, was these fender rings. So these rings go right into the rod holders. I got 2 more rod holders on either side of the boat, where I usually would tie my fender line into that void itself and tie the fenders onto the boat like that. But now I can have these tied, have it permanently set at the height that I want, and just leave them with the fenders. So when I go to pull out the fenders, I just pull these out, drop them into the rod holder, lock them in place, and it's good to go. So that'll actually save a lot of, not a big hassle, but enough for me to be very happy to see that they offered these. So I was excited, and I jumped on these really quick. All right, so that's everything. Look, it's all gone. It's all gone. All right, so I'm gonna get that set up in a configuration that I think I'm gonna start off with, and then I'll show you guys what I've got. All right, back here in the garage. Last time I was recording, I had the bait board, but not the post that goes into the mounts. So I'm gonna kind of go over how I've got this set up for now. We'll probably all change. But yeah, I'll go over one of the first things that I'm kind of excited about, and it's real simple. It's these fender rings. These are gonna be big for me because finding a good spot to tie off to, adding cleats everywhere, all that fun stuff. These are nice just because you can just throw the bumper in the boat storage when you're ready and you need it. You just find the spot, lock it in, and you're good to go. And I can put that on either side. I've got these mounts. I've got 4 of them, 2 on each side of the boat as it goes down. So there's those. Those are cool. Those were the fender rings, 327. So Scotty 327. And then let's move on to what I'm most excited about, which is this bait board. The bait board is a Scotty 455. Okay. And let me bring you closer. All right. So this bait board. What's nice about it is it can go into any of the mounts that you already have, or that I already have, all around the boat. I've got 2 of them up front, 2 in the middle, 2 in the back. I think I'll add another one over by the captain's chair in the space over there by the fish finder that I have. So I've got those. It's nice. You can just drop it in. You rotate it to where you want it. Lock it in when you're ready. It does have spots around the edges for putting hooks and stuff like that. It does have some spots in the back that they show for pliers and other tools that you might be using. And then they've got the board itself to lay stuff on, whether you're working with cutting up bait, worms, chopping up bluegills if you're catfishing, whatever it might be. The other thing that's nice is they have mounting spots up here for these other accessories that I have. Now I'm using different mounts than what they showed them in, just because I like where it puts it better. So what I have here is the phone holder. The phone holder is the Scotty 139. And I like this a lot because it gives me a secure spot to put my phone. And it really cinches down on the phone. Right now it's in that horizontal view, or horizontal hold for the phone. You can spin it, get it situated so that it's in a vertical, drop your phone in there, tighten it down. It's not going anywhere. It actually holds it really, really well. I was really pleased with how well it holds it. Now, what each of these come with is a few mounting options. So this phone holder also has the post mount, so you can drop it into any of your other mounts that have that drop and spin and lock kind of feature that Scotty has. This other piece does as well, and what we have over here is the camera mount, and that is Scotty 135. So the 135 gives you a couple options with the camera mount. So what you can have with a lot of your action cameras, they come with these kind of snap-in mounts, and it has that built in right to it. So you can have your camera right up there and it locks into place. Okay? And then to release it, you just squeeze the tabs on the back and it comes right out. It also has a 1/4 screw. So if you have a bigger camera or fancier than an action camera, you can go on ahead and mount that here as well. Now, what I have this camera mount hooked into is the gear head track adapter. So the gear head track adapter is 438. What's nice about it, with any post mount, you just give it a spin and it pops right out. So I can actually move this to any of those other mounts and it acts just like the other post mounts. My thought with that is this bait board will probably go back by the captain's chair. And then if I wanted to, I can move the camera up here, you know, for taking, what do they call it, B-roll shots, you know, us driving to a spot or whatever else we might want to. So that's what I like about this. I can also, if I wanted to, I could put a rod holder right in here. So this gives me some other options to use any other post mount into that piece. So yeah, that's basically what I have. They also come with mounts to mount them onto rails for like any boat that's got a rail system. So that's for the phone holder. This one's for the camera mount. They also have the spots here for those to actually sit right in there. So I could have mounted it with this, but I like the option of being able to quickly release it and move it around if I wanted to. And yeah, that's all I have. So yeah, I'm probably gonna move this around and play with it next time I get out on the boat. But for now, I've got the pieces that I need. I can plop it in and out wherever I want to on any of my mounts. And yeah, in the process of not getting the post for this, waiting a couple days to be able to do this video again, I started a new trial series. Hopefully I can stay with it. But yeah, that will be being released here soon. My son and I went out, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that video as well. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.